I moved into this quiet, overpriced neighborhood with one love in my life, my custom matte black McLaren. That car was my therapy, my escape, my trophy. It didn't blast music, didn't rev at 3 a.m., and definitely never hit more than 20 miles per hour within the neighborhood gates. Before we continue, where are you watching from right now? Drop a comment below, and don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more stories like this. But apparently, it triggered a very specific kind of unmedicated jealousy in our HOA president, Brenda. It started with a letter on my windshield, not a polite one, mind you. This was pure certified chaos. Your car is a threat to our community. It is far too fast, intimidating to children, and violates the spirit of peaceful living. You have 2 weeks to remove it before further action is taken. Oh, I laughed. I really did. I even took a picture of the note and added it to my chronicles of absurd neighborhood drama. I thought that was the end of it. Surely she couldn't be serious. I wasn't speeding. The HOA rules said nothing about specific vehicle types. Plus, if anyone was dangerous, it was Brenda doing 50 in her Range Rover while yelling at squirrels. Fast forward to day 15. I wake up, step outside, coffee in hand, and I freeze. My McLaren was wrecked. Not keyed, not dinged, wrecked. Windows smashed, paint stripped, tires slashed. Someone had gone full Mad Max on it. I just stood there, staring at the carnage. One of my neighbors, Susan, approached wide-eyed and whispered, "Hey, I saw Brenda and the landscaping guy doing something to your car last night. Thought it was weird." That was weird enough to call the cops, Susan. Anyway, I didn't scream, I didn't cry. I smiled. Why? Because Brenda had no idea there was a security camera inside my porch light. I walked back inside, slowly, methodically, and pulled up the footage. There she was, in all her glory, yelling about vehicular threats while swinging a hammer like she was auditioning for a horror movie. I pressed pause, grabbed my phone, and called my lawyer. Brenda wanted me to get rid of the car. "Congratulations, Brenda. You just upgraded me to a brand new one on your dime." Brenda really thought she did something. She must have strutted home after smashing my McLaren like she was some suburban vigilante, proudly defending the neighborhood from the horrors of luxury performance. Unfortunately for her, she forgot I have 2 things she doesn't: legal rights and video evidence. I handed everything to the police: timestamps, footage, and even a witness statement from Susan, who finally decided that weird meant criminal. The officer reviewing the footage said, "Wow, she's not even trying to hide it. No ski mask, no gloves, just a woman in her floral housecoat swinging a sledge like it was gardening day on a Lamborghini." The HOA tried to do damage control. I received a formal apology from the board, not signed by Brenda, of course. No, she doubled down. When the officer showed up at her door, she claimed she was the victim. "That car was a missile on wheels," she barked, "and he ignored my warnings. I was protecting the community." Oh, so now vandalism is community service. She even brought up child safety, saying my car was a temptation to speed. That's like blaming a blender for someone's bad haircut. The best part? She tried to weaponize the HOA handbook, but there was nothing in there about banning specific vehicles. I read it twice, just to be petty. In fact, I highlighted sections and emailed the board with a subject line: Brenda's favorite fictional rules, annotated edition. By the time we reached the civil suit stage, I had built the ultimate case: property damage, trespassing, harassment, defamation, thanks to her HOA-wide emails about me being a reckless speed demon and emotional distress. My lawyer was salivating. Brenda showed up to court with a clipboard and a bad attitude. She had no lawyer, just a stack of blurry photos of my car parked legally in front of my home. I almost felt bad. Almost. The moment that really sealed it was when the judge asked, "Miss Brenda, are you admitting to damaging the plaintiff's car?" And she replied, "I was doing what the HOA should have done months ago." Silence. The kind of silence that tastes like victory. Brenda waddled into the courtroom for the final hearing with the same confidence she had when she demolished my car, as if she thought the judge would pin a medal on her for neighborhood safety enforcement. Meanwhile, I sat there calm, collected, sipping court-approved water like it was a $400 bottle of champagne I'd soon be billing her for. My lawyer started the show with a slideshow. First slide, a high-res screenshot of Brenda mid-swing with a hammer, looking like a deranged DIY host. The judge raised one eyebrow. Then came the emails. Oh yes, Brenda had sent several HOA-wide blasts accusing me of being a dangerous street racer. My lawyer printed them all on glossy paper just for flair. When it was Brenda's turn to speak, she doubled down. That kind of horsepower should not be allowed near families. The judge calmly asked, "So you destroyed it?" "I neutralized it," she said with a completely straight face. I swear, even the court reporter stopped typing to look up at that one. Then came my turn. I showed my noise decibel logs, GPS logs, even testimony from several neighbors who said they'd never heard so much as a chirp from my tires. When closing arguments wrapped up, the judge sighed. "The evidence is overwhelming. Miss Brenda, you are liable for full damages. You will pay for the destruction of the vehicle at full replacement cost, including upgrades, plus court fees, and a fine for harassment." Her jaw hit the table. The new McLaren arrived 2 weeks later. Same model, same matte black, but this time I added custom red calipers and had "Thanks Brenda" stitched into the leather headrests. Replacing my car cost her nearly $300,000. Rumor has it she had to sell her beloved white Range Rover and take out a second mortgage. I drove the new car through the